Good morning, Korea. Good morning, all of Asia, and welcome to this Asian exclusive press conference with the one and only Linkin Park. Hello, guys. So I have 4 members with me in the room, but of course, dial in. We got Brad and Mike, who just give us a wave and make sure you can hear me loud and clear, guys. You good? We are good. All right. So a bit of housekeeping. I do have the pre-approved questions with me already. Let's go to the band right now. Emily and Colin, how does it feel to be a member of Linkin Park, and how do you deal with the new weight of expectation of the band's legacy, as well as from the fans? That's a heavy one. Yeah. Emily, go for it.
It's still one of those moments where it's like, oh my gosh, instead of being the person looking at somebody else having, success, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm that person now. Like I get to be in this role. Like, how did this happen? So I'm still kind of figuring it out as well. But it's a chance of a lifetime, really, and it's so much fun. I mean, I take every day has just been an absolute blessing, and I do not take it for granted one bit, I've worked really hard, and to be in this position is something still an adjustment. It's only been 22 days since everybody else has known about it. But I think that last year of doing the album and rehearsals and stuff like that has been one of my favorite years of my life, and it just keeps getting better. I truly believe that it's going to be even better next year. So,
Colin, yourself, buddy, the expectation of being a Linkin Park from the fans, yourself.
I mean, it doesn't really feel entirely real still, but I think what Emily just said was pretty summed up how I feel about it also. But I've also known these guys for such a long time now. And, I grew up as the oldest of 5. And so I've never had older brothers, older sisters, and that sort of thing. And these guys have really brought me in and sort of became my older brothers a little bit, especially in such a competitive industry. And, myself and Emily, we've both been doing this for 20 years in LA and other places. And so it's like a continuation of a career, sort of. It's not just like we just like randomly stepped into, it's like we've each put a lot of time into our careers in addition to these guys having, their long career and everything. And so it's felt like a continuation, but to second what she just said, just every day, just filled with gratitude, and it's so exciting every day. You're waking up in a new place, and I get just as excited to do a show as I do, to get up and go, write a song or produce a song with these guys, and come up with ideas, or even stuff that like watching Joe and Mike and everybody like put together the videos. It's just all the art and the way that they have compassion for the fans, and also like purity in the art form it's really inspiring. So
Mike, our next question is to you. And how difficult was it to keep this under wraps for quite a while? How difficult was it for you?
It was hard. It was really hard. I think it was harder for Em and Colin. I imagine it was, and we've talked about it, but it's for me, it was just not mentioning, especially Emily's name or anything like that. We had to, there's certain things that we had to keep very quiet, and we had so much up our sleeves. We had so much planned for the launch date that we it was almost a miracle that it all stayed secret. But for them, I just want to point out the personal aspect of it. And we've talked about it, and Emily and Colin, if you want to add to this, you can. But just being so much, we knew so much was going to change for them the moment that everybody found out that they were in the band. And, the shows are going to be happening with them, and the album was written and performed with them. And, it's different for each of them. And we talked, I feel like we tried to be a good support group of friends. And I was just glad, I was saying to them, I was just glad that once we got done with the launch show, that we were out of the closet and we could be go to dinner together and not have to worry about people spreading a rumor.
I think it was miraculous that that secret was kept. I mean, we worked with so many people in so many different capacities for months, and someone said to me, I said that to someone, and they said their takeaway was wow, what a show of respect by all those people to protect and preserve the information that we wanted to share on our own timeline. Like I've literally like, it was outrageously unrealistic that like we were able to keep the thing a secret. And I think everyone just was like, yeah, super respectful in keeping it with us.
Could anyone guide us through what the album will be like? What's the concept of this album? Could anyone take this? What can we expect from Zero?
Oh, I'll take this one, guys. The album is excellent.
Mic drop. Okay. Short and sweet. Short and sweet. Any more? Can we carry on?
I'm not lying. It's great.
Colin.
Brad, what do you have for it?
Why are you giving me the hard questions, man? I would say, I would love to hear Mike's answer.
What I like about the album is it sounds like a Linkin Park album, even though it's different. It sounds, and it doesn't sound like one era of Linkin Park. It just sounds like Linkin Park in general to me. And there's elements of it that are some of my favorite things that the band does that maybe we haven't done in a while. It's a very energetic album. It's a very, like, there's a lot of energy. There's a lot of, there's some really, you know, big guitar driven songs. There's some melodic songs. There's a lot of variety. And I think the first two songs, you know, Emptiness Machine and Heavy as a Crown, give you two really nice examples of some of the variety on the album, but there's more than even that. So you'll see over time.
I want to take back the comment I made earlier of how good I think it is. I kind of want to set the expectation so there's only upside to it. So it's okay.
All right. It went from excellent to okay in just a matter of minutes, but yes, okay.
It's a B+. I wouldn't say it's terrible.
Let's keep moving on to Phoenix. Question coming in for you from BT Bus Bangkok and Complex from, or rather, YSO Live from Taipei, I apologize. How have you adapted to the current music landscape? Has the shift in listener behavior impacted your approach to making music in any way?
I've definitely started playing bass differently based upon the listener landscape. No, having said that, I consider us so fortunate to be able to still be doing this for however many years it's been at this point. And the fact that, I don't know, for me, I don't take it for granted at any point, whether it was like when Hybrid Theory came out or whether it's today, that people are interested and excited about what we're doing. And we've seen a ton of landscape change. You know, when Hybrid Theory came out, we were in a period of time when we were still figuring out like what to do with message boards, kind of what that looked like, what that could mean, new ways for us to communicate with fans and with people who are interested in what we're doing. And then fast forward to today, it's obviously a whole different world. So in the process of that, I think for me, what I've always done and what I've always really thought would work was for us to be excited first about what we're doing. I don't like to aim at a target with what we're doing creatively or musically, except for if the six of us, if it makes our hairs on our arms stand up, if we're able to get excited about the music or get passionate about what's going on, then I think that's a good indication that other people might be able to get on board as well.
Mm-hmm.
So if everything needs to pass that test first. And in working on this album, we were able to go into this kind of creative shell that was just away from the world. Obviously, nobody outside of our immediate circle had any expectations or any pressure. Like most people didn't even know we were doing anything. And we just got to go in a really nice creative cocoon, work together, like see what we're passionate about, see what is making us, get excited, and then really pursue that. And at this stage, it's really nice that 21 days in or whatever of new music coming out. It's really nice and feels great to see people reacting to it so positively and so well.
Yeah. And this one is for anyone who wants to take it as well. Among all the new songs from Zero, which tracks are you most excited to perform live once you go on tour with the album?
I think Two-Faced is really fun live. And God, all of them. God damn it. Casualty and then Overflow. Those three, I think, were the ones that we've all kind of been talking about. How about you, Joe?
I like The Place for My Head Part 2 and Two Steps Closer. All jokes aside, we're really excited to play the record. The album's coming out. We can't really reveal the whole thing, just a little bit at a time, but I personally want to play the whole record.
That's it. I want to say a big thank you to you guys for your time. Close to about 50 minutes. So many questions coming in from Asia. Thank you very much, Asia and Korea, of course. We'll see you soon, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.